Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
And what's more, a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true, just another level of his expertise, Peter, but his reading of the game, for me, is masterful.
Passes short and sharp. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's a throw.
Substitution on the field. Number 21, Neymar. Coming on the field is number 10, Son Heung-min.
Rijkaard. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Luis Suarez. And it's Luis Suarez. Griezmann. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Robertson. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. He's got away. Conte! We've got a goal! There is the breakthrough. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Melbourne City are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
That has really stirred things up, and if they carry on like this, things might even get louder here.
He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Nice sequence of passes, this. Lovely, now then. Toure did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And that was nowhere near his best. Toure. Conte looking understandably energised after his goal. And it's with the keeper. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Conte. Melbourne City have run the changes already. He's having a shot! It's hit the upright. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Nedved.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nicely weighted ball. Now, can they get him away? Oh, super ball! Nedved. Fernando Torres.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Nicely intercepted. Yaya Toure. Knocks it out wide. Looking for the run. Perez. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Melbourne City can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Son Heung-min.
There's the start of the second half.
Fernando Torres.
Melbourne City definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Number 23, Rooney. Substitutions taking place.
And here's Mbappe. Olise has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And that interception was most necessary. That's Owen! Michael Owen! Screamer! He's got himself an absolute peach. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Wow. It's full on!
Melbourne City are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Oh, it's come loose. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And it's Messi. And he's cut it out. And he's goes for a shot! Decent enough try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Melbourne City perhaps contemplating their next change here. Nedved. And it's been played through. And Rooney! Melbourne City with the corner, they're first. And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking to play him in. Van der Ven kept his eye on it, and he's there. Robertson. And it's Robertson. Van der Ven. And it's Forlan.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Olise knocks it into space, crosses it in. It's a loose ball. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Now it's Rooney. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Robertson. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Robertson just loves to go forward whenever he can. Now it's Luis Suarez. It's a searching pass.
Added time.
That's beautifully weighted. Czech breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. That looks a good ball through. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And time is up. Melbourne City have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim? So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello, everybody,
The game
and
yet to
welcome
kick
to
off.
today's
The
match.
excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything.
And Torres! Oh, it's hit the post! And he's gone looking for safety. And this is Torres! And for a moment, time stood still. Griezmann providing an outlet on that flank. It's a good foot in there. Melbourne City are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying... Oh no, what has happened here? And he's there to belt it away. Raul. Baresi calmly anticipates.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Now it's Torres. Robertson is looking to influence the game from out wide. He's on it, can he get away? Roberto Carlos. Makaleli. Nice looking ball. And he cuts out the supply. Nedved. Griezmann. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Robertson stood his ground strongly. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Oh, he's been caught on it! There's the shot! Goal! Barcelona! The breakthrough strike! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So we have the first goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the number one.
He's having a shot! They've done it! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you...
And the referee brings the first half to a close. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Melbourne City really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. Melbourne City kick off the second half.
Melbourne City have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it.
And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! And they're back in front. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Big chance! And yes, it's there! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Messi. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Thuram. Fernando Torres under intense pressure.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt...
Shapes to shoot! He has done it! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Melbourne City get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Well, that is expertly dealt with. Son Heung-min tries to play it through. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And he welcomes it in. Haaland! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And it's hoisted clear. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Could move up a gear here. Now that looks a decent ball. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Melbourne City really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Melbourne City finding their passes. Now it's Torres. And here's Son Heung-min. Now this could be a chance. It's Son Heung-min! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on. Oh, what has happened here? Nicely shaped cross. No, couldn't quite control it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 19.
So,
Raul.
time for changes
Number
on
9,
both sides, actually.
Erling Haaland. Number 10, Messi. Number 13, Hazard.
Well, it's probably safe
Number
to say
4,
now, Peter, that it's going to be
Van
all
Dijk.
about game management from
Coming
here.
on the field, number 15, Rui Costa. Number
Good-looking
11,
ball. Owen, Rooney, shot a goal! It's there! Tying minutes, and we're all square again. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
All square again into the dying minutes.
It just goes to show you...
And the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
The message is simple, defend this with your lives. They've played it short. And time is up. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Melbourne City can always take...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Now it's Torres. And no, that was never going to make it. Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. And it's Nedved. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Schlotterbeck gets rid without sophistication. Van der Ven kept his eye on it, and he's there. And that's really well manoeuvred. Oh, that is a smashing piece of defending from him. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline. Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Rijkaard cuts it out. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Robertson. Conte. Can he finish? Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And the pass is intercepted. Conte. Turns and goes back. And now they can clear their lines.
Melbourne City truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Rice. Osimhen. Griezmann. And here's Torres! And he has kept it out somehow.
Fernando Torres actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Big header! He scored! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight.
There's the shot! It's there! And the comeback is complete! More or less. And the first half is done. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. And we are up to the break.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Melbourne City head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. He's in a good position here. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. This is the perfect chance to extend the advantage.
Osimhen. Coming on the field, number 4, Neymar. Number 5, Jan Koller. Substitutions taking place.
Look at the space here. Good reason for optimism here. Rice. And now they can spring out of defence. Now there's a... Goes for a shot! Oh, it's a stunning goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Melbourne City take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Melbourne City still have the cards to affect this game. Griezmann. Son Heung-min is onto this. Beckham.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Conte. Melbourne City looking to pass their way through. Now he's off and running. That is Conte. Collier. And the counter is on. Dink through. Well timed, excellent interception. Conte, the man synonymous with solidity. Now it's Son Heung-min. Now it's Mbappe. Son Heung-min. It's Son Heung-min! Fantastic from Son Heung-min! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And the lead is extended still further. He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in. Big chance!
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Conte. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. He can run onto that. Good read, needed to be. Beckham is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
There will be 5
5 minutes to add. Now it's Griezmann, looking for the run, and this is Son Heung-min. Griezmann gets into some space. Not the most accurate pass. Knocks it into space. Van der Ven. No unnecessary. And that will be the final act. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.
And
Son Heung-min claiming the Man of the Match award. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running. Robertson playing game number 100 for his current employers.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register. Pretty much the same with me on my 100th game. I was more focused on winning than anything else.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Picked out Neymar! What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Fernando Torres. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, Peter, I think the smartest of reactions, and he just attacked the danger.
And he's surging through. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Griezmann getting this one clear. Melbourne City are looking to go forward now. He's through and all in chance for a shot! He has done it! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect.
Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Torres is in a really good position out wide. There's the shot! Beautiful from Nedved! He's got himself an absolute peach. And the comeback is complete. It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to...
It's Forlan! That was superb goalkeeping.
Forlan is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Del Piero. Cafu wins the duel this time. Passing is crisp and sharp. Spread neatly.
His indecision all round, they have to do a bit better than that. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Puyol. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now that's well seen too. Beckenbauer.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Now it's Griezmann. He is through here. Great, and the shot! It's a goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the And the first half is done.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. And the game has already resumed here. Conte, a picture of focus and alertness. Looking for the run. He's in space and looking for options. Cross from Robertson. Beckenbauer with the clearance. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
He slings it in. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Drilled in low. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. 60 minutes played. And this is Torres. Cruyff. Neymar. Now it's Forlan. Plays a sharp little ball here. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Robertson is looking to influence the game from out wide. Nedved. Del Piero. Del Piero! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's there to belt it away. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Makalele gets it clear. And here's Del Piero. Played back in. This looks promising. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And it's Del Piero. Now it's Torres.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Triol. Costa Curta. Nicely aimed pass. Can he get it through? And this is Kagawa. Madrid have it back and can go again. It's Forlan! Griezmann. He's through here. He's through, now is he in? Oh, what has happened here? Del Piero! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are pulling clear here. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed.
And that's that. Melbourne City have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, when it comes to youth and potential, Peter, it's hard to look past Pedri, who is probably going to have a very busy game here. I think he's got everything that you need to play in a midfield role, and he's so cute and clever with any aspect of the game in that department, which is usually the busiest part of any field. He will always find a way of standing out because of his beautiful, beautiful passing.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And this is Batistuta. And that pass just didn't quite work.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
And the shot! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Short changes him with that pass. Odo. Beckham. And Beckham! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Takes a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Ronaldinho is offering a wry smile there.
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's managed to get free. And that has left him in a heap.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle.
And so we have the first set piece of the game.
Griezmann! He's got full. Oh, off the bar. That's going to go a long way. And it's Robertson. Now that looks a decent ball. Robertson just loves to go forward whenever he can. Bit too much weight on the pass. Oh, what has happened? Oh, shooting chance! And it's a goal! What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Minutes is number 10, Diego Forlan.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Melbourne City certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Oh, well played. Conte. Del Piero. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Griezmann. Shifted it to the flank. Fernando Torres. Torres! Beckham. Looking to play him in.
2 added
Well,
minutes
the ball
has been
just
indicated.
didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, for me, Peter,
Security
things have
staff
never
for each
really
block.
got going,
Please
but at least
report to
this
the
will be a
staff
good
room
time to
immediately.
reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Fernando Torres. Number 3, Conte. Coming on the field, number 17.
And the action is back on the way.
Mbappe. Number 20.
Well, I think in these
Owen.
circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I
He's had a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Ronaldinho. Now that's well seen too. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Not the most convincing of passes. Melbourne City do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Back into the middle. It's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Mbappe!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Owen was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, good take and a good big chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Melbourne City have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Mbappe. Knocks it into space. And he's heaved it away. Referee's given a throw. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away.
Oh, what a mistake! Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of... And the finish! It is a fantastic goal! About as smooth as it gets! Do not write them off! Back they come!
Number 17.
A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Melbourne City grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Melbourne City really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
And it's Beckham. Can he get it through? And a chance!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Two minutes to be added on. Skill. And that will be the final act. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
We have already started here.
Darren Fletcher will be key here. It's going to be down to him to dictate the tempo of this game.
Yeah, he's the sort of player, isn't he, that the team turns to in tough times.
Yeah, he's going to have to do an awful lot because of his position. Regaining possession, shielding and covering that defence, distributing the ball and carrying it up the pitch at times. He's always willing to go that extra mile.
And it's Fernando Torres. Nicely spread. Bale. Son Heung-min. De Jong does really well to win the ball there. And claimed it back swiftly. Beckham. Melbourne City yet to have an attempt on goal. Van Dijk. Rijkaard. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found a way through. Torres! Goal! A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point.
And the score is 1-0. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, great defending, that needed doing.
Beckham, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well-timed, excellent interception. Costa Curta. Nedved, and the through ball.
Real chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Thuram, foot in. Now who's going to be first to this? Shot for Torres! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I'm not sure what happened there, Peter. Did he get caught admiring his own first touch, maybe? Melbourne City can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
And it's Griezmann. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Tries to play it through.
There will be 1 minute
And the shot!
time.
It goes for goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
This possibly the last play of the half. Drilled in low. Brilliantly cut out. And there's the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. How would you review the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter, be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Melbourne City leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference.
Now it's Torres. Griezmann wins the duel this time. Griezmann, and he's in on goal, and Owen! Goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So that's two now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Played back in, Griezmann. He slid in. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Melbourne City presented with a golden opportunity here. Ter Stegen will have to save it here, or there's real trouble. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Oh, not quite. Mbappe. Oh, it's Nedved. Melbourne City do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Fernando Torres. Coming on to replace him is number 30, Messi.
Rijkaard. Rooney. De Jong. Fletcher. Now it's Owen. And he's picked out the run. Takes a shot! Yes! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Those of you making their way home on public transportation today, please watch the screen for train departure times from all local major stations.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then. Barcelona have opted for a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul.
It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And he's picked it up out wide. He gets big! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just, Jim, seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just the supporting cast, in an act where he will always take.
Nedved! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. He's got tall. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Torres. Opts for safety. Maldini. So we're still where we started right now. Conte. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Great chance! Griezmann. Conte. Nice sequence of passes, this. Can he get it through? Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Now it's Torres. And it's Griezmann! And he's done it! The breakthrough strike! Oh, delicious, such devilish curl!
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Melbourne City have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. And it's Del Piero. Now it's Del Piero. Chance for a shot! He's missed, but not by that far. Saliba. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Platini. Barcelona looking to pass their way. Cristiano Ronaldo! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Cristiano Ronaldo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Messi with the short one. There's the shot! Off the post!
2 added minutes has been
A
indicated.
reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Now, can they get him away? I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Melbourne City head for the dressing room in
Substitution
possession
taking
of
place.
a 1-0 lead. And the action is back underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Van Dijk getting this one clear.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And it's Griezmann. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Melbourne City finding their passes. Knocks it out wide. Melbourne City come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Lahm cuts it out. Ibrahimovic. He's a sharp little ball here.
Still just a single goal between the sides.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Shoots! It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Complete awareness, he understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
He's shifting through the gears here. Griezmann. Melbourne City are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Great, and Messi! It's just beyond his reach. Thuram, the man synonymous with solidity.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Can he get on the end of this? Barcelona are looking to break at pace. He's picked his way through. That is a brilliant interception.
Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight.
Knocks it into space. Cannavaro. Now it's Nedved. He's on it, can he get away? Beckenbauer, well, that is one way to stop him. Robertson calmly anticipates. Nedved, who's set up one goal so far. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Not too much to add on here, just a minute. And that's it. Melbourne City are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief can draw great satisfaction
And a
from
quick
it.
reminder today that
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here.
The presence of Franco Baresi in this lineup suggests to me, Peter, that they'll be playing quite a high line.
What makes you think that?
Well, because he's got all the qualities required to excel in such a system.
Big chance!
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first.
Iniesta goes short.
This is Messi.
Threads one in. Iniesta looking to run onto it. Now it's Guti.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Barcelona have their second corner now.
Iniesta with the short one.
And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Well seen, saw that coming.
That
Tries a shot! Goal! Barcelona! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
So, a breakthrough already.
Oh, what a mistake! Oh, just skipped right card! Dixon gets it away. Nedved. That looks a good ball through. Shot, surely! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Fernando Torres deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Barcelona are looking to go forward now. There's the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Melbourne City are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Baresi. Guardiola. Del Piero is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. And he's Torres! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, smashing header! And it's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some...
Great chance!
Griezmann.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now it's Guardiola.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Robertson. Robertson made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. And here's Nedved. Nedved.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Guti. And he's picked out the run. Baresi gets across to intercept that. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
There will be
Well, he
3
certainly
minutes
wasn't in the
added
mood to
time.
take any risks.
Guardiola. Van de Ven. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Can he get on the end of this? Fernando Torres. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
And a quick announcement
So
today.
we
that
reached the halfway
memorabilia
point.
from today's
Oh, what a
match
half
is
of
now
football.
on sale
It's
in the
1-1,
Stadium Hall.
but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Substitution in progress.
Melbourne City kick off the second half. Iniesta, and this is Batistuta.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
Melbourne City do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Iniesta. Oh, easy pickings there. And this is Rooney.
Barcelona really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that area, Peter.
Yeah, it's busy in there, isn't it?
Yeah, the wide players are doing their stuff and are grabbing the attention right now.
Iniesta conjures time and space where few can. Melbourne City do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Iniesta goes on a run down the left wing. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Mbappe! Now that is a hefty challenge. And now they can clear their lines. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Tries to pass it through. Deftly away. And claimed it back swiftly. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Nedved. Rooney. That's really well manoeuvred. Shifted upfield. Messi. That's very neat. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Nedved. He is through here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 18, Batistuta. Number 14, Guti.
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Iniesta. Coming on the field.
It's gone out for a throw-in.
15, Owen. Number 27, Serginho.
And
Number
here's Rooney.
17, Beckham. Number 8,
Beckham.
Fernando Torres.
David
Number
Villa.
4,
And that is as far as it goes. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being